Good afternoon, classmates and Dr. Dent. I would like to take you on a journey today. I would like to take you on a journey of my leadership project, how it got started, and how it led to ultimate success. Initially, I had a little difficulty in trying to find out what I wanted to do for my leadership project. And what I did is I consulted a friend of mine, and we did a little brainstorming. And in that brainstorming session, I came to the conclusion that I should do something that I'm passionate about. And for anyone that already watched one of the speeches, you know that one of my passions is dancing. So what is it that I did? Well, the name of my leadership project is Dance for Our Heroes. And what is Dance for Our Heroes? Well, Dance for Our Heroes, it's a dance-a-thon that blended both of my passions, with one of them being the dancing and the other one being a caring person, especially when it comes to family. And in that sense was supporting our deployed husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, nephews, nieces, friends, with a greater objective in mind. And that objective is to raise either the funds or donating items to be able to send these soldiers care packages to give them a boost in their morale. Now, I spent 11 years in the military myself, and out of my 11 years, I did 2 tours, one in Iraq, which was back in 2003 when everything kind of first started. Didn't have much of nothing yet. And then one again in Afghanistan in 2008. So one thing that I definitely know about is that there's a time of loneliness that kind of sets in, especially if you don't have family members that are supporting you. And here, us being in Germany means that they're even further away from their family than they would usually be, just on a day-to-day basis. So they're not only just deployed, they're also separated already from maybe their mother and father. And you have so many young soldiers that are in the military that may not be married and have a lot of, or have a big support system. So that was very important for me to be able to make an impact on them as individuals and also on the organization, just to kind of say, hey, you know, we care. There's somebody out here that cares. Okay, so phase 1 was the planning phase, and in there that included to establish the groups of volunteers, researching and setting a location, creating a budget, which of course was very important, setting a time and date, applying for permits from higher headquarters, and establishing a social media advertising platform. Now, you probably did hear me say apply for a permit. What happened is, in the planning phase, I also realized very quickly that the caliber of this project was a little bit too high to take on myself. So doing a lot of research and coming across a lot of teamwork concepts, it was then really easy for me to identify an organization that I'm already part of, which is the family readiness group of the unit that my husband is in right now, where I'm a co-treasurer. And I pretty much set up a meeting with the co-leader and the FRG leader to talk about my idea. They loved the idea, and I think really the reason why they love the idea is that the plan was already thought out. It was pretty much already ready to go and to be executed. And of course, because their husbands are also the ones being downrange, and that they would love to support as well. So pretty much the date was set for 1 November 2013, which just passed recently at the Vilsik Elementary School, which is in Germany, from 5 to 8. And we extended this event to anyone who just wanted to support the dance-a-thon or who wanted to support the troops that were downrange. The budget was set for approximately $2,800, and that was $20 per soldier per box at 140 soldiers. Definitely high, which was one reason why it was great to involve the FRG. And in order to involve them, we had to extend it to each soldier in the unit, and whatever we can't raise or whatever we didn't raise would then be provided by the FRG funds. And this was one guaranteed way to pretty much make this a success. So we had some flyers that circulated to the social media platforms such as Facebook, and also traditional email channels. As far as challenges, I would say there weren't any hard challenges at that stage, other than the furlough going on at the time, and that permit from high headquarters could have easily gone underwater. But luckily, the lady that we needed for the permit, she came back that following week where we needed her. So we had no issues as far as that. And also, pretty much just some learning experiences gained from this, such as the time constraints, not really having that much time, and already working only with a few volunteers at that time. I believe that if we would have been able to hit the social media platform harder and just kind of marketed the event more aggressively, I think our attendance would have drastically increased, and also the level of our donations would have also increased. So going into phase 2, which was the execution phase, there was pretty much just the actual event. That was event day. We're talking just continuously advertising until the actual event, collecting those donations, and then just pretty much dance for a few hours, right? Okay, so that was great. One good thing that we implemented for the dance-a-thon was to put a prize on the person that danced the longest, which was great because the lady that actually won, it was an elderly lady, and she donated the gift card. We had a $50 gift card attached to that, and she donated this gift card back to the soldiers. So that was really nice, and that also just goes to show you that other people do care, and they love to do things for a greater purpose. You just kind of have to go and find it, and then promote it, advertise it, and let people in that there are people that care, and include them in it too. Okay, so continuing on, social media was then penetrated. We had the event. For the event, initially we thought we would need childcare, but we then extended it to everyone. It would be easier. We had a great DJ on site. He was actually free, didn't charge us anything, and he was great. He had the whole equipment and everything, so it was just a great turnout that day. No complaints at all. We also had some food there and drinks for everybody. We had stuff for the kids to be occupied while all the parents and whoever wanted to dance went on and danced. So it was definitely a great day. Teamwork was definitely an essential part of this project, okay, and making this project a success. And I came upon an article by Edmondson, and he said that teaming is flexible teamwork on the fly. So kind of like a pickup basketball game rather than plays run by a team that is trained as a unit for years. We're all individuals that don't really work with each other on a day-to-day basis. We're coming together with one common goal in mind, and that is to raise this money to have this event for the care packages, for our loved ones, for our heroes. That's why I call it Dance for Our Heroes. Okay, right. So that was definitely a great day. Okay, so as I mentioned, Dance-a-thon was a total success. Everything went as planned. After it was finished, we tore it down. We had the volunteers, and then after that we're actually going into the closeout phase. Now in the closeout phase, this is now it's pretty easy going here, but here it's still a vital, essential part to have all of the volunteers still going strong, because now we're going into shopping. We're going into shopping, packaging, and the mailing of our care packages, which for 140 soldiers was definitely a big task. That was definitely a big task. Okay, so like I said, shopping, we set some dates for the shopping. We had 2 dates, and me and 2 other individuals. We went and did the shopping. We only spent about $1,800, so we came about $1,000 under budget. Now, that was great. Actually, yeah, that was definitely great. And how we did this, everybody pretty much didn't have the $20 in their box. But everything that we actually wind up buying, you would have thought that we spent that much. So that was great. That was great. During our packaging session, which we also had set up just a few days after the actual shopping, we've identified some individuals that volunteered once again to go ahead and mail these out. We helped labeling the boxes and filling out the customs forms. Since we were in Germany, we had to do 140 customs forms, which was very tedious work, but we got it done. Teamwork in the end made this project success. I must say that. So that was definitely great. Now, as far as what we were able to raise, $550 through money donations, and we also collected 2 huge black trash bags full of donated items, which were just randomly put into the boxes. And that was, for me, considered a success. Out of $1,800 that we wound up spending, and about 30% of that we were able to raise. So after the boxes pretty much shipped out, we sent out that email just to inform everyone that we are really thankful for everything that they have done, for their contributions in supporting our heroes and supporting the husbands and, once again, the family members that are downrange in Afghanistan and fighting for our country. So we were very thankful of that occurring. So in the last phase of the project, everything did pretty much come together, which was great. Thankfully, we did have enough volunteers to pack up the boxes. Just had a little bit of confusion with the items inside, but nothing that we couldn't tackle. Other than that, everything went really smooth. I really can't complain. I have come to realize during this entire process that it gave me a different outlook on leadership. And just like Belen Smith talked about servant leadership in the book, where it states that a servant leader bases judgments on what is best for the group in relation to attaining its goal. That was really the ultimate goal here, is just attaining the goal and whatever is best for the group at that time in order to attain that goal. That was really what was important. It wasn't about who's in charge and who wants to be in charge of anything. There were absolutely no issues in that aspect. So I can only speak very highly of this project. It turned out great. Everybody actually received their boxes, I must say. Yes, actually everyone. They reported back and they loved them, and they actually thanked everyone for participating and spending the time and the effort into the entire process and thinking of them. Okay? Like, who are we to be thought of? You are somebody. You are our hero. And once again, that is ultimately why this event was ultimate success, because we did something that was not only a passion of mine, but it was a passion of everyone. And that was to support the troops, support our heroes downrange, and making sure that they know that they are loved.